Welcome back. This mission we are out to save Lakanda 4, which is the planet right in front of us at the moment, from a Kilrathi biological warhead attack. We are in a Hellcat to do this, and Flash is on our way.
Break and attack. And watch this act.
I've ordered break and attack here. That ultimately means that Flash will engage the destroyer while I take out the missiles. The reason I know he's going to do that, despite not having ordered to attack my target, I actually tried it once, he ignored me, is that the AI will target fighters preferentially, but it uses the Stracker as targets when they cloak, and then it won't switch away from the destroyer till it's destroyed. So Flash will continue shooting at that, which is what I want him to do. Meanwhile, it fires one of these biomissiles about every 15 seconds or so, though it's only got 3 of them, so I'm alternating between giving Flash a hand with the destroyer and taking the missiles out. It's quite easy to collide with the destroyer though, so I spent a lot of time dodging away from it. You saw the edge of it creep into shot there as I turned back towards it way too soon. The other slight problem, as you can probably tell from the coloured streaks flashing past me, is that when you're chasing these missiles in a straight line, the Stracker like to get on your tail and pepper you with shots, which can actually be quite hard to dodge, because there's a limit to how far you can dodge out of the line of the missile without it leaving you behind. So I was quite happy to get through that with only shield damage. Normally you lose a bit of armour there. And Stracker R is always a joke when you can actually shoot back at them. And we are done with the first half of the mission at that point. Lakanda 4 is safe. As we are about to discover though, we are not quite done with flying yet. And we are, in fact, about to discover...
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Sir, they're going to be naming babies after you on Lakanda 4. While you were out there, Intel did confirm that the Kilrathi warhead loadouts were biohazard in nature. You're clear. Oh, wait a minute, sir. Captain Ison's on the comm.
Why Flint isn't on the wingman roster for this mission.
Colonel, we've got a situation in the lunar outreaches of Lakanda 4. Lieutenant Robin Peters has ignored our return to ship orders. She's gone renegade. Appears to be pursuing her own private war. Can you risk bringing her back?
Now we're bringing her back, of course. If you don't do that, then Cobra will bring her back,
I'm going after her.
which is why she's not on the wingman roster. Now because we've chosen to go after her, the game basically loads a new mission, which has a few effects. The most obvious one is that the victory has inverted compared to last time we looked at it. I also have to reset my fighter power settings and full guns and so on, and if I was to die, something made more likely by the fact that I don't have a wingman anymore, then we'd respawn at this point, not start the mission, and actually that's already happened. This was my
Attack my target.
Affirmative.
third attempt at this part of it. More on why that happens later. For now we have a battle to fight. Flint's here, and I just ordered her to attack this target flying towards me. The trick here isn't so much that I want Flint to kill this fighter, but I want her to fly towards me so that the other 3 Darkets, all of whom have her targeted, are going to be closer to me and I can kill them faster. The Kilrathi capture here is a cruiser. I love the model. It's officially a Thralthy 2 class, and I think it's brilliant for 1994. The way it conveys the scale, it's the first capital ship in Wing Commander that really looks huge to me. Anyway, these Darkets are pretty easy to kill, as we can see, because they are all concentrating on Flint, so they don't see the missiles coming and don't try and dodge. So, with only one left, and that's the one that has me targeted, I can tell Flint to go in on the cruiser. Flint is a lot like Doomsday as a wingman, so you can have a pretty good amount of confidence that she will actually kill the cruiser. She usually does, provided she hasn't taken too much damage in this part of the fight. And she's flying along by a bomber, which carries 4 torpedoes and 16 missiles usually, so she shouldn't have too much difficulty with it. The enemies here, there's 2 waves of 4 Darkets, and if I have finished those off by the time, or before Flint kills the cruiser, then there'll be another 2 Vactoths. Normal procedure here, if fighters are flying straight at you, you can always get 1 missile off and kill the lead one if you launched about 5,000 meters out. And here I was actually quite lucky, and the second missile I fired, which doesn't often hit, actually did this time. And as for why I fired it when I didn't expect it to hit, well, Hellcat basically. I didn't expect to be able to get into a position where a missile would hit. The way to do missiles in an arrow is to get on a darket's tail. That was fast work, Flint. So, yeah, the way to do missiles at a darket in an arrow is to get on its tail at full afterburner, and if you're within about 1,500 meters, then that's a kill. But here, a Hellcat just isn't fast enough to do that, so you have to take not as good shots and hope you get lucky. Which I did with the first three, but I don't with this one. Now we're in the final sort of chasing the last darkest stage, so I'll go back and talk a bit about how this mission's set up and why it is that this is my third attempt rather than my first one. When you hit the autopilot button at the start of this mission, you're set to go to the search nav point, and those are basically random. It can bring out an empty nav point, it can bring this nav point with Flint and the cruiser and the darkets, or it can bring up 3 other nav points with varying amounts of Kilrathi forces at them. The easy one is 2 Vaktoths and a scout ship. That's not a problem, you can kill those and carry on. Then there's 3 Dralthi and 4 darkets. And that one's probably bad news. You might be okay in an arrow or a T-bolt, but this is a Hellcat. And then there's the fuck you from Origin, where you get a Corvette and 3 Dralthi, followed by 4 darkets, followed by 4 Dralthi. And that makes this mission somewhat similar to the hardest one in the game. And in that you're in an arrow, I am in a Hellcat here, and there's just no way I'd be able to avoid all the missiles from the Dralthi, and still have enough firepower left to do this part of the mission quickly enough. And in fact, that was pretty much the same with the second engagement. I could beat the 4 darkets and the 3 Dralthi with no wingman, but the problem was I then didn't have enough missiles left to do this part fast enough that Flint would beat the cruiser. Now, the other little fuck you here is that your nav computer is still set to the search when you finish here, so you have to manually set it back to the victory unless you want to risk running into those fuck you nav points again. And even if you survive them, Flint can die, and quite likely would against Dralthi and a longbow. Fortunately, I'm wise to that, so it didn't happen.
Mission objectives accomplished.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Congratulations on roping her in, sir. First a whole planet and then a pilot? I'd give you a promotion if I could.
So that wraps things up for this mission. There's no conversation with Rachel here because the landing conversation after this mission is with Flint, and it will form the dialogue choice for the next update. So until then, thanks for watching. I've been Ilanin, and this was Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger.